Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to an addiction hypnosis session created for a client that had an addiction to cocaine. And in the hypnosis, I don't make reference to cocaine, I make reference to substance, because what I wanted to do is to make it relevant for that particular drug of choice, but also broad enough so that it wouldn't just be switched from one thing to another. Sometimes when you work with an addiction, it can kind of feel like you're closing one door and simultaneously opening another. A lot of people that quit smoking end up eating more, and a lot of people that stop drinking start something else. And what's really important is not that you focus on the behavior of stopping the thing, is that you deal with the underlying need or cause or trigger behind it. And in this particular session, there's an element of exploring two different futures, which is really useful to get to the point of threshold to commit to a new identity. Door number one in this hypnosis session is carrying on life as it currently is, where they were being secretive about their substance abuse. And this future goes down a pathway where it could cost them their relationship with their wife, their children, potentially their employer. And it could have not a guarantee, but just the possibility of very negative effects to their quality of life. And we associate into that horrible future so that we can get emotional leverage. This is called inciting motivational change. And then the second door is a disassociated perspective, because they're not living this life yet, as to what life would be like if they made a change. And that key change is knowing that they could continue, but are choosing not to. And they're choosing not to because it aligns with the person they want to be and means that they don't have to have the guilt, the shame, the secrecy, the deceit, and gives them a future of lots of payoffs. And one of those payoffs is quality of life and just feeling comfortable in their own skin and improving who they are as a person. So this is really about creating the motivation and the decisiveness to make a big change. And I love this idea of probability trees. A probability tree, if you think of a tree, you've got the trunk and then you've got the branches, and the branches get smaller and smaller. And certain future possibilities require other things to be there. So if this individual lost their job from drug use, losing their job is a smaller branch coming off the bigger branch of using a particular drug. So the probability tree is preceded by a certain behavior. And what is possible to do is the moment that you make a key decision and you commit to that decision, if that stops one behavior, then all of the implications and consequences that are reliant on the preceding behavior also disappear. And this is something that I resonated with because I stopped drinking alcohol about 6 years ago. And I remember thinking around that time, I remember having the thought that if I was going to end up, dead or in jail, drinking alcohol would probably be the cause of it. And not that it was guaranteed, but just that if that was to happen, it was likely to involve alcohol. So deciding that I could drink, but I'm choosing not to, immediately closed down that probability tree of really horrible things happening just by making one decision that precedes it. And that's really the essence of this hypnosis session. It might be relevant for you if you want to break a habit or break some kind of pharmacological addiction, substance abuse. But be aware that there are references to things unique to this client, things like wife, children, they had experience of ski resorts on mountainsides and things like that. Not all of them are going to make sense for you. So if you do feel like a bespoke session would be helpful, there will be a link in the show notes, or you can check out my website, adamcox.co.uk. You can book a free consultation call there, and then we can have a chat about working together so you get a session created for your individual circumstances. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feeling of stress or tension, any worries to feel like it's leaving your body in that outward breath. That's it. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper you breathe. As you allow yourself to just let go of any tension around your eyelids, forehead, and jaw, and all of the muscles connected with breathing, all the way down from around your throat and nostrils, all the way down into your lungs, and allow yourself to activate your diaphragm. Allow yourself to breathe in effortlessly, reducing friction and just enabling you to breathe in and breathe out in a relaxed way. That's it. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a staircase that leads from within your imagination down to the side of a mountain. A dreamlike idea that you can look down the stairs and see the side of a mountain, the bottom of the staircase. Breathing in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation and exhaling tension, I want you to get a sense that each step down the staircase enables you to release even more tension, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And maybe that staircase is made of wood, or glass, or marble. It's safe and sturdy, leading downwards to the mountain. Each descending number will enable you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. Take that first step, 10. And as you step down, just feel a wave of relaxation. A sense of calmness. And then 9. Another step down the staircase. This time, feel the muscles in your face loosening, softening. That's it. 8. Feel a desire to yawn, even if it's just in your imagination. That's it. Releasing all of those wonderful happy hormones, connected with relaxation. That's it. 7, another step down the staircase. And just imagine any tension in your neck and your shoulders is melting away. That's it. Deeper and deeper relaxed as 7 becomes 6, as your arms and legs just feel like they're letting go of any tension. Arms feel limp, loose and heavy, enabling you to go deeper and deeper relaxed. The deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. Another step down the staircase as 6 becomes 5, and this time, focus on the sensation in your internal organs as you imagine your heart, your lungs, your stomach, all relaxing now. Deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. All the way down into your gut. 4. Because if the neck and your shoulders, the place where stress is stored, the gut is where anxiety is stored. So feel any anxiety melt away. Just release that now and feel it leaving your body in that outward breath. That's it. 3 becomes 2. Feel that relaxation going all the way down into your legs. So now your arms and legs feel like the limbs of a puppet with no strings. 2 becomes 1. And then as you take the final step down the staircase, feel yourself standing no longer on stairs, but on the side of a mountain. The staircase disappears, and imagine you are somewhere in the Alps. And imagine, although it's winter, it's sunny, blue skies and sunshine. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, but also the crisp freshness of the air. I want you to get a sense that every time you breathe in, you're breathing in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, you're getting a sense that tension is being released. Breathing in that resourceful relaxation and exhaling tension. And as you breathe in and breathe out, feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And just imagine a comfortable chair there on the side of the mountain. And that comfortable chair is in front of 2 doors. And this is curious for you, because why would doors be on the side of a mountain, not connected to any building? Just 2 doors, maybe surrounded by a frame. 2 doors there on a mountain, but make yourself comfortable on that chair. Maybe a reclining chair, sink into the chair and feel that you're drifting off into a dreamlike sleep. And then just imagine that your physical body stays in the chair and your imagination leaves, and feel like you are in the perspective of your imagination. See yourself lying there in the chair, lift up your wrist, feel how relaxed your arm feels and let it go, seeing it flop down by your side. These 2 doors represent 2 different futures. The first door is a future that carries on your life's trajectory, that explores the probability tree based on the status quo, that if things don't change, this is a doorway of possibilities. I want you to imagine opening that doorway and walking through. just imagine whatever habits, whatever tendencies stay the same. This is a sneaky future where secrets are hidden, where there is shame kept hidden inside. I want you to imagine experiencing the use of a particular substance, and just imagine that it gives you relatively little. And there's a bit of a feeling, a bit of escapism. It kind of enhances certain things, maybe socially or by yourself, but it doesn't give you much. And I want you to get a sense that this is a future where this substance is being used once or twice a week. And imagine you get even better at the deceit, even better at the lying. You can be convincing, explain things away. I want you to imagine that whatever you use, you feel tired, grumpy, grouchy the following day. Imagine feeling less productive, less on your game. I want you to feel that paranoia. I want you to get a sense that the more you use, the more the paranoia increases. But also never underestimating the body's ability to habituate. That whatever the substance is, it takes more to create the same feeling. And the more you use, the more the paranoia increases. I want you to imagine that time is different beyond the doorway. That weeks and months can pass like minutes. I want you to imagine going off into the future. The paranoia increases. The feeling of shame linked to the deceit and lying increases. Sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and don't respect who you see. But I want you to continue on that pathway. Continue on a pathway until the near misses are no longer near misses. I want you to explore different branches of the probability tree where undesirable things happen as a result of this continued use. Maybe there's a scenario where you get caught, either by someone within your family or perhaps by the police, and just explore the ramifications. Feel the anxiety, the stress, the what ifs. What if you lose a marriage? What if you lose a career? What if you lose a home? Allow your mind to take you to the dark places down this probability tree. I want you to get a sense that there are things that could happen if someone thought they could trust you and then realizes they couldn't. Maybe they forgive and maybe they don't. Maybe they give you another chance and maybe they don't. Or maybe they say they'll give you another chance. But what if you've given them permission to lie? Because what you've been doing for years seems like it's only fair they do an equivalent. Down this probability tree, We can call it the reckoning, a karmic justice. That all of this getting away with it is no longer getting away with it. I want you to go to a future of a worst case scenario, that you lose all that is most precious to you. See the facial expression perhaps of children that hold you in less regard, have lost some respect, or blame you for the destruction of something they valued. Or maybe the worst case scenario is the devastation on your own health. What if an addiction, a use gets worse and worse and worse until there is a health reckoning? I want you to get a sense that on one of these probability trees you lose a career. And because you lose a career, your income drops. And if your income drops, maybe it changes where you live in the world. And I want you to imagine experiencing the resentment, the frustration, the anger, or the disappointment. But imagine hearing it from those people you love the most. They hold you responsible. And you agree with them. I want you to get a sense that there is a saying that if you keep piling up the hay on the camel, there is finally one straw that breaks the camel's back. And I wonder, in this door, in this future, what could be the one thing that breaks everything? And when you can explore that and get to that place, that one thing ruins everything, let me know by nodding your head. I want you to get a sense that knowing what you now know, you would never start this habit. If you could go back in time and speak to that version of you that had never used this substance, you would plead with them. You would tell them it's not worth it. You would tell them that it takes more than it gives. I want you to imagine going back in time to the very first time that you used. Imagine 5 minutes before that very first experience. But this time, bring other people into the room with you. Bring your wife into the room and bring your children at their current age into the room. And try and convince them that what you're about to do is in all of their interests. And if you can get to a point where knowing what you now know, you would never make that decision now, let me know by nodding your head. As you hold that thought, feel that you're walking backwards through the door, back on that mountainside, ready to walk in to the second door. And the second door represents you stepping into a different version of you. This is you stepping into the person that you do want to be, the husband you want to be, the father you want to be, the person you want to be. And imagine that person standing right before the second door. And at the moment you step into that version of you, you are saying that even though you can use, you don't want to. this is you cutting a branch of a probability tree and opening up a new one. And when you're ready to explore this future, step into the person you desire to be. A healthy, conscientious, honest version of you brimming with integrity and vitality. And when you've stepped into that version of you, let me know by nodding your head. And when you feel that way, open the door and walk through, but this time see yourself like you're someone else. See yourself communicating with certain friends that's not you anymore. The version of you that they know is gone. You don't want it. You don't need it. That's not you. And maybe you see yourself in certain situations drinking less too, knowing that drinking increases the probability of going back to who you don't want to be. I want you to see yourself taking up new habits and hobbies that give you the ability to escape and enjoy and connect in new and different ways. See yourself with a new lease of life, a new spring in your step. See yourself with a better relationship with your wife, a better relationship with your children. See yourself smiling more, sleeping better, with more energy. See yourself enjoying those personal training sessions with a new level of intensity. Time is also distorted here. See yourself 6 months or a year from now. 6 months or a year of not having used this substance. You seem healthier. You seem to project a different aura. They've noticed it in your place of work. New doors have opened. People hold you in high regard. Notice how your children look at you, how your wife sees you. See a version of you where there is no need to be sneaky or deceitful. See the version of you that's let go of that shame. See the version of you that is living life the way you want to live. And if this future feels more desirable, and it feels like that version of you that wanted to destroy you has lost their grip, lost their hold over you, let me know by nodding your head. And then step into that version if you feel how it would be a year from now of not using, building new habits, new routines, new ways of celebrating, of feeling rewarded without any need for this substance at all. And then go back to the mountainside standing in front of 2 doors, knowing that you always get to choose. You could choose to have something that takes more than it gives, to run the risk of losing everything. Or you can bolt that door shut. You can lock it and throw away the key. And you can choose to walk through the door to a future where things get better, you get better, life gets better. And when you feel you're aligned with a new decision, let me know by nodding your head. And feel that you've planted a seed deep in your subconscious mind that will activate more desire to do certain things and less desire to do others. That you are becoming this person every day you choose to. And then step into that version of you lying on the chair there on the mountainside, recalibrating, allowing old beliefs to melt away and new beliefs to form. But this gives you the ability to reconcile who the most important people think you are and who you actually are. That you haven't enjoyed being a fraud, being a liar, being a fake. And this gives you the opportunity to be the person people think you already are. And when you've reached that place, let me know by nodding your head. Now it's time to return to the here and now, but taking all of these changes with you. A new framework, new beliefs, new identities that maybe will activate today or in the very near future, but when they do, you will have no desire to go back to that old life of shame, paranoia, and deceit. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully into the here and now as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.